I created this poetic 3D animation, and in this video I will take you through the workflow behind it. But before we dive into the process, let me introduce myself. Hey makers, it's me, Reality's Rider, an unofficial director, or maybe just a wannabe one. So I have divided this video into 4 stages: scripting, modeling, animation, and editing. So let's get started with the first stage, scripting. So the idea for this project actually came from Instagram. I was listening to a poem and thought, bro, if I animate something like this, the emotions would hit way harder. And just to be clear, the poem in my animation is fully original. I wrote it myself. It was my first time writing a poem, so I tried making it emotional. Spent hours writing and tweaking it, and eventually I ended up with this.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Yes, I know it's messy, and that is when I thought of let's start building the scenes first. I'll go with the flow and change the poem as the scene comes together. While building it, I kept adjusting the lines. Some words went out and some got replaced. For example, I replaced light with hope. And after all that, this is what I ended up with. Now I know what you're thinking. Are these lines just random or do they actually mean something? Yes, they do. Each line connects with the shots I created. I'll break down each shot at the end of the video. But for now, let's move on to the second stage, modeling. Now when the topic comes to modeling, all the models you see in this project are made by me. The only exception is the characters, which I imported from Mixamo. Other than that, everything in the scene is created by me. Talking about the scene design, the background you're seeing is not an image. It's actually an HDRI. And for the windows, my original plan was to create a honeycomb shaped pattern. But later I changed it to regular window shapes. Now let's jump on to the third stage, animations. So for animations, I usually prefer doing them myself instead of using Mixamo motions. But in this project, around 2/3 of the animations were done by me, and the rest were Mixamo downloads. For example, the waiter walking at the start or the guy pointing at the bottle. Those are Mixamo animations. But the animation like the guy toasting the cup or the guy holding the bottle were created by me. Now, aside from character animation, if we talk about object or we can say model animations, such as the candle flames were animated using the wave modifier, the vanishing effect on the model was done using the build modifier, and the tablecloth and curtains were created through cloth simulation. Once all the animations were finalized, I rendered everything and started compositing until the colors perfectly fit the scene. After that, I brought the final output into DaVinci Resolve, and that is where our fourth stage begins, editing. Once all the final renders were imported, I added the lines and began the hunt for the perfect emotional background music. After hours of searching, I ended up choosing No Surprises by Radiohead. But unfortunately, I can't play it here because of copyright issues. But trust me, it fits perfectly. I refined the shots one last time, and with that, the project was finally completed. Now get ready for the final reveal. Stranded, all alone, though surrounded by life and colors, I still crave for tears. But as the hope fades away, I catch visions of seeing her or someone trying to break this silence. Yet, it felt stranded, all alone. So the video keeps looping again and again, and now it's finally time for the breakdown. In the first shot, our main character says he's stranded and all alone. You see the wine bottle shaking slightly before it settles. That's the waiter placing it on his table. Then he says, though he is surrounded by life and colors, and you will notice that right before shot 1 ends, the flower vase on the empty seat side disappears. And that is the hint that even though the place looks lively, he has everything in his life except for true love. In the third line, he says, I still crave for tears, while the camera shows the wine bottle. Then in the next shot, he pours the wine into the glass. As he does, the candle flames slowly fade away, matching the line. But as the hope fades away, the flame represents his last hope, waiting for her. In the fifth line, he says, I catch visions of seeing her. And we actually see a glimpse of the woman from his imagination, her hand reaching out to him. In the next shot, he completes the line saying, or someone trying to break this silence. He lifts the glass for a toast, and that is the point. You will notice something important. As he raises his head to drink, the woman's hand disappears. And that is the point the camera shows through the audience perspective, telling us that the hand, or we can say the woman, doesn't exist. In the next shot, it even proves that. When he looks down again, the hand returns. This shows why he drinks, because he wants to escape reality and stay inside this comforting illusion of happiness. Wine keeps the vision alive. And then the final line, yet it felt. As he says that, he orders another bottle. The loop ends, but when the animation restarts, you hear stranded, all alone again. And you will realize something, that the 6th and 7th lines are actually one complete thought. Every time he drinks, the flames and the flowers return. The woman appears, and the illusion feels real again. And every time he finishes the glass, the hope dies, the colors fade, and he's alone once more, until the waiter brings another bottle. And that's why the story repeats endlessly.